Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
You know, we all knew how talented Herbert was, especially coming out of school, and he's had a lot of great success in his first couple years, but it just seems like him and Harbaugh, doesn't it seem like they just have a great connection? They both understand each other, the strengths, the weaknesses, and he's really turned into a polished quarterback. I mean, the big number last year, 17 starts, only 3 interceptions.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. They'll give this to Vidal, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
On play action, here's Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Now a screen set up for Barkley. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Now Herbert on the bootleg. Finding the tight end. Here's Will Dissly. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
A handoff, and this is Vidal. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. It's 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Herbert. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On the carry, it's Patterson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 4.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
On the return, it's covered. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense about ready to get going. On their 2nd possession, they were forced to punt first time they had it, but they'll try again in this scoreless game. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 6. the shotgun. It's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it's going to lead to a 4th down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Fair catch, taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Chargers offense headed back to take over once more. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, they've punted twice, looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Vidal. That's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down. As they'll take it up to about the 33-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On the ground, they'll go with Vidal. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's 1st and 10. Disley is the man in motion. Here comes Vidal. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Going to lose a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That is left side and taken in by Allen. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Motion man is Johnston. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll get this complete left side to Johnston. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now, Herbert. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. Now it's Herbert. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Herbert now on third and under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So now, fourth down, and Cameron Dicker is on for the Chargers. This, about as short as you can get. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley, and he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long.
The tackle by Denzel Perryman. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
Taken in by Dotson. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st down, Eagles.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter, as they've got it, staring down a 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one caught by Smith. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. Hurts will try it again. A short pass there, and he's got Granson. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Again, Hurts. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal draws us even. It is now 3-3 as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chargers offense ready to get back to work. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Vidal. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Down at the 35-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw is Herbert. Catch made there by Allen. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Disley is the man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming, from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Will Disley, the intended target that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Tarheeb still there for the stop.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 6. Hurts to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
This is the age-old dilemma that defensive coordinators go back and forth on. Is the best pass defense to send more big bodies at the quarterback and get the ball out of his hand? Or is it to really pack your back end, Mike, with more defensive backs and more guys that can guard space? In this case, they got a lot of defensive backs on the field. Quarterback has a lot of time to find the open zone and leads to a big play. Not a great start by this running back here in the 1st half, Mike. He had a fumble earlier. Now he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to get more out of this run game as the rest of this game moves along.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
The RPO, that one is complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So It's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 8. This is to Goddard on the screen. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. He'll try to run here with Barkley. He's going to have it at the 12-yard line. Enough to get the first down and keep it going.
4 yards.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. And he will get into the end zone. Devontae Smith, touchdown, Eagles.
That's just too easy. At this level, Mike, you give an NFL quarterback that much time to find a receiver that open, it's just going to be pitch and catch and result in an easy 6. So they got to tighten up their coverage. They got to do a better job accounting for all these receivers, because if they have guys running that free the rest of this game, they're going to light up the scoreboard.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles take a 10-3 lead.
Eagles 10, Chargers 3.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. On the ground, here comes Patterson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
The Chargers.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll run here with Patterson. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Herbert. Looking middle, he'll get it complete to McConkey. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And the Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move, and that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
When you call a draw, Mike, what you're counting on is that the defense is in full pass mode. The linebackers and secondary are getting a lot of depth in their drops. The defensive line is just racing up the field thinking, I'm going to sack the quarterback. In this case, they're not so lucky. Not only do they not catch him off guard, they're not able to pick up any yards.
No play fake. Herbert looking middle, and he finds Disley. 11 yards on the connection there. It's good for a Charger first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. On play action now, Herbert to the right side and hauled in by McConkey. And he'll take this one in. Pat McConkey, touchdown Chargers.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here is Shipley on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
And he'll go right back to Goddard. He's got it again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
Tackle by Derwin James. A gain of 29 yards. And an Eagle first down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, You defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. To throw is Hurts. He's got it inside the 5. And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4. That's Goddard in motion. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
Chargers 10.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Davis now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got a man downfield. That's Johnston. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock.
First down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Gain of 18.
This duo, dynamite. 18 yards on that connection, and another first.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. This pass caught, right side, it's Allen. And now a timeout, 7 seconds left in this first half.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Eagles' 28-yard line.
Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This from 45 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers are able to cut it to 4. 17-13.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Three seconds, all that remain in this first half as that one's away. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Hurts to the air on first down. He's going to air this one out looking for Dotson. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one, likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Hurts going to call his own number. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On second down, Hurts. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, as that catch gets him a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Rolling right. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 20-yard pickup there. First down, Philadelphia.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 20. First down, Eagles.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
To throw on second down is Hurts. He'll step up and run. And Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the first down.
First and goal, Philadelphia.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Running from the pistol with Barkley. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. Third and goal coming up. Here's Hurts. And he'll take it on in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Here's Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead.
24. Chargers 13.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chargers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. He'll get that one to Patterson, complete, and he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. Now Hurts. He connects downfield to Dotson. That one good for 29.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
They'll run it here with Saquon.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier. He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down and 5. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
Hurts going to hold on to this one. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
A gain of 12. And an Eagle first down.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and he takes it down to the 15-yard line. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
At the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
Down at the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Hurts. He'll try to run for it. And he will get into the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles are able to extend the lead.
Eagles 31, Chargers 13.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Chargers offense ready to get back at it. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Herbert. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Cooper DeJean. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Eagles are going to extend their lead.
Eagles 38, Chargers 13.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On return, here comes Davis. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Chargers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Motion man is Johnston. Herbert now on 1st down. Throwing right. That's Johnston. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
It's a gain of 27
So the Eagles
yards.
will use their first time out
And
here.
the Chargers,
They'll be disappointed there
down.
after giving up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Shotgun now for Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
Line.
To throw is Herbert. This one finds McConkey. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Pistol here for Herbert. This ball batted away. That's incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And it'll be third down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
Herbert going to try to throw on third down. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Glad McConkey, the one he was looking for. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable, incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up fourth and short.
And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the third quarter. They convert on fourth down.
First down.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Disley is the man in motion. Herbert. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
It's going to be third. They need 1. They'll try to sneak it here, and he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, and he got what he needed. It is first and goal coming up.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
From the gun, it's Herbert. That is caught by the tight end. Will Disley. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers are able to edge a bit closer.
Chargers 20. Dicker,
after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Hurts going to keep it on the option. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Philadelphia.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And some fancy footwork there. Able to spin away and get forward for a gain of 4.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. To throw is Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Dallas Goddard.
Last play got 15. This one gains 15. And another first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Here's Barkley. They'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down. First and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
And in motion is Brown. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped. No gain.
One more time, they try Barkley. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
Third and goal for Hurts. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mark. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Davis now to return it. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll give this to Vidal, and he'll get about 5.
Vidal, the ball carrier, brought down at the 35-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Herbert. The second down throw is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Disley is the man in motion. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Off-balance throw, it's complete. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
First down. 1st and 10.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
On play action, now Herbert. He's got the hookup downfield with McCarthy. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
1st and 10.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
To the goal line and in. Will Disley. Touchdown Chargers. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Point after now from Dicker. It's up and good. And the Chargers are able to cut into the deficit.
Chargers 27.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here is Shipley on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He did a nice job there, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
3rd down and 3. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's complete. Tight end got it. It's a pickup of 13 yards.